Okay, folks, it's your buddy Mike Messier here with the Mike's Instant Movie Review of a book. That's right, I'm changing things up. I'm going to do a book report. So it's Mike's Instant Book Report. I listened to the Audible audio version of Spare by, I guess you call him Prince Harry of Wales, or if you might call him the Prince of Canada, based on the recent South Park parody, which I did watch as well. I will do my thoughts on the book. I like the book, believe it or not. I found this, I guess I should pre-qualify by saying I'm not a big royal fan. I think it's silly for grown human beings to pay tribute to other grown human beings, and even, children as some type of royal family. I don't believe in unicorns either. So I just think it's kind of silly and odd that in this day and age that people still do that. So jolly old England, get with the times. This monarchy is just stupid in general, but I'm not going to mock it further because I did put the time in to listen to this audiobook. I guess I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. I never watched Suits. I believe I saw the Oprah Winfrey interview with Meghan Markle and Harry a few years ago. I had all these guys mixed up. I thought for some reason that Harry's older brother was the guy that was in trouble for the Epstein Island, but that's not him. That's the uncle, and so forth, allegedly. So I really don't know too much about these people. You know what I mean? I remember family members of mine were very torn up when Princess Diana passed away in that horrible, god-awful car accident. And this is a book that will kind of bring that home. And this is where I do have some sympathy for Prince Andrew. People that have been through traumatic events in childhood, they often never get over it, or their worldview is always tainted and connected through the prism of that horrible event. So you could be talking about a lot of things. You could talk about post-traumatic stress disorder. But I do feel that Harry here is probably suffering from that. And I feel that he kind of acknowledges that his whole childhood was kind of defined by loss, the loss of his mother, the loss of his parents' marriage before then, the loss of privacy, or as we say here in the States, privacy. All these things, I felt sympathetic for the fucking guys. Screw me sideways, okay? I know a lot of people think, oh, well, he's, and Pierce Morgan and South Park, they're all making a wonderful point that if you really want privacy, why are you running around screaming with your head cut off, we want privacy? Well, I get it. They want privacy on their terms. I said this in a What's in the Box video a couple of years ago when I revealed a bunch of peanut butter in the box, that these celebrities, like the female tennis player who wanted privacy for her mental illness, but then she's on the cover of Sports Illustrated in a bikini. So what these celebrities really mean when they say, I want my privacy or my privacy, they still want the limelight, they still want the attention, they just want to dictate the terms of that scenario. And here in the United States and over there in jolly old, apparently that doesn't work for people, because they feel that if we're supporting you as a royal family member or as a celebrity, you owe us something. You owe us these photographs or these statements or whatever. It's a sick system, and we're all a part of it, whether you choose to be or not. I listened to his book, so I'm a part of it. I put money in his pocket or somebody's pocket. But I enjoyed the book. I enjoyed the listen. I also give, as a writer myself, you probably know, because you've all ordered my books and enjoyed them thoroughly, such as Fight or Play Basketball, Every Shot Counts. Yes, that's the book. You can order it now, assholes. But you should know that, the guy has had a different type of life. He's had a life of privilege. He's had a life of being under the microscope. That does not make him a bad guy or a perfect guy. He's just a guy. And I feel like Prince Andrew is very self-aware of himself, that he is in this odd situation of, celebrity by birth, royal by birth. And I think he's just kind of a normal guy in an odd situation. And I feel like he's humble, and he's made errors, and he's made mistakes, and he cops to those, and he doesn't try to hide from that. And he doesn't try to hide from his own feelings about himself and inadequacies. And look, I saw the lady apparently that took his virginity, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And she's just like a regular lady, and she went on the TV over there in England to discuss things. And yeah, whenever someone writes an autobiography, that's the risk you take as a writer, is you're putting it all out there. You're putting whatever you choose to put in your book, you're putting in your book. And we've seen now with Steven Tyler, for instance, that's coming back to haunt him. 10 years ago, the pro wrestler Jimmy Snuka wrote some things in his own book that sent him to the courtroom. You can look that up if you need to. So you got to be careful what you write in these books. So, it is what it is. I mean, it would make me second think writing an autobiography, to be quite honest, because you put yourself out there and you're going to get the critiques and the criticisms and the people judging you and all that shit. And yes, if you're putting a book with your name on it, then I guess fair game, fair play, as they say in Jolly Old. But, where is the humanity? So I found myself listening to his audiobook and kind of rooting for the guy. I know that, what happened, basically. He discusses the stepping back, as they call it. He discusses his love life. He was always looking for the bride of his dreams, or whatever the fuck. And he had a couple of women that he thought might have been it, but they weren't. And some of them had, hard times dealing with the press and so forth, which is understandable. And he finally met this woman, Meghan Markle, very modern meeting. He sees her picture with a friend of his on Instagram or some such thing. So very modern times we're dealing with. But I liked the book. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, I'm scanning through YouTube. I see things like Candace Owens. Oh, I read this book, so you don't have to. Well, that's another thing. Like, you won't see me do a lot of these. I do reaction videos when I see a movie or I read a book, but I don't take clips of other people's content and just put myself in the corner nodding or shaking my head like a fucking asshole. I find that to be lazy. I know that's a way to get I'm just breaking the fourth wall and talking about YouTube crap now, which I try not to do. But I don't just steal other people's videos and put my own face in the corner, nodding or smiling or pointing up. I just think that's laziness. I will come at you with my own goddamned opinion on his book and on him. I guess I'll segue as a bonus round. The South Park. I think the South Park episode was funny. The World Privacy Tour was funny. I don't think there's any call to sue or whatever. I think the best thing that Meghan and Harry could do is like parodize the parody, like do a self-parody of them, like print up some worldwide privacy t-shirts, or take the South Park cartoons and superimpose their real heads on it, like they're not their actual head, but a picture of their real heads, just for fun. I mean, the best way to get people to stop laughing at you is to laugh at yourself, right, assholes? So that's why I feel they should have fun with it. They should enjoy it. So here's to Prince Harry. I enjoyed Spare. I enjoyed the mockery on South Park. I enjoyed all of it. I'm not going to go start, hunting unicorns or anything like that. But I did enjoy these two specific aspects of pop culture and so forth. So that's it. Subscribe to Mike Messier YouTube channel. Is now 3 channels in one. One Mike Messier YouTube channel, 1 pro wrestling fan, and 1 man in the camera film. So you're currently on 1 Mike Messier YouTube channel, and you can always, if you like pro wrestling, 1 pro wrestling fan, and if you like my work, or if you want to see it for the first time, 1 man in the camera films. That's it. That's my opinion on Prince Harry and Meghan Markle.